which is a little mini roundtable discussion. And it was, I'm going to be upfront here, it was going to be on cosplaying and con tips and etc. And then we started talking and we realized our interests are best served by making it a part 2 of Don't Be That Guy from episode 10, which is really my favorite episode so far. So it's going to be Don't Be That Guy part 2, Electric Boogaloo. And we're going to, because you have to, if you say part 2, you have to add Electric Boogaloo. It's like a known law of
So what's
mankind.
part 3 then?
I don't know, because there's not, is there a break in 3? Anyone? Bueller? Okay. In the comments on Facebook or something, tell us if there's a break in 3, because I'm not looking it up right now. And what the subtitle for that one is. Or I guess Tristan Tyler can look it up right now.
Yo.
Great. So
Nope.
no, there's not. Okay. Well, we'll have to figure that one out later. But basically, Don't Be That Guy is we're going to be talking about not just the do's and mostly don'ts of going to conventions and con etiquette, but also the do's and don'ts of DMs. Yeah,
don't be sliding into DMs.
Sliding into them cosplay DMs like we're your own personal spank bank. No, thank you.
No feet pics here.
Oh my god.
Specifically, no random requests of
I
feet pics here.
know.
Okay.
Like, know how to act.
So one reason why we are Facebook tells me Cosplay Confidential podcast is live now. What?
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot we were doing this. Otherwise, I would have put different makeup on / more makeup on
I would have put makeup on.
/ maybe a cosplay.
I think you look beautiful. Everyone here looks beautiful.
I would have put a wig on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But your hair is such a pretty color.
People on Pearlescence don't know what my hair color is.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
They do now.
I mean, they're probably not going to see the video. Well, unless they go on Facebook. Oh, well.
Yeah, but then they'll be like, I can't believe she's reading my DMs.
Cool.
they'll be too distracted. It's fine.
I do gotta apologize though for the Facebookers. They had no audio for the first 30 seconds. That was my bad.
Oh.
First time doing this, multiple things I have to remember to hit.
We forgive you, Will.
So
There are a lot of buttons. I understand.
yeah.
I'm gonna just chew directly into the mic.
ASMR.
Yeah, save that for
forgot.
ASMR's episodes.
That's the premium content.
That's how we're gonna pay.
We do
That's how we're
ASMR.
gonna pay studio fees for this show.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna start a Patreon, and I'm giving people time to find heinous DMs that they may have or comments. But yeah,
I'm trying to find you guys on Facebook right now, honestly.
Oh yeah, trying to find Cosplay Confidential podcast on Facebook. Yes,
I don't know how to
That's a
spell
good idea.
confidential, honestly.
it starts with a C and ends in confidential.
I never remember either. I have to look at our logo constantly.
It's really, you should look at our logo. It's a nice logo. I'm a fan
Shout
of the
out
logo.
to Oxy Zero Design.
Yes. Also, big shout out to Jen from Straw Colored Hoop Bat, who is heading up our Instagram now because she's amazing and wonderful. And when I asked her if she wanted to guest host, or no, to just be a permanent co-host, she said, she would love to, but it doesn't work with her schedule. So this is the. I heard my voice.
I want to see what people comment.
Good. Please do. She was really, I asked her to take on the Instagram, and she was really excited, and I think she's doing a great job so far. So by the time this gets released, she will have been doing the Instagram for
Like a month at least.
At least 3 weeks, probably closer to a month. So yeah, it's exciting. So go send her a message on the Instagram, which is Cosplay Confidential on Instagram. So let's talk about some.
I gotta leave
You're ready. Yeah.
I gotta leave the live thing for this.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about some untoward, or rather too forward, DMs or comments or just straight up rude things that we have received as cosplayers, mostly as female cosplayers.
Oh, yeah.
I actually have a guy cosplayer friend who literally went on his story multiple times saying that he isn't in a relationship, isn't looking for a relationship. He's trying to graduate college. He's graduating college this year, and he doesn't know where his field's going to take him. So he's like, I don't want to get in a relationship and have to do long distance. So stop DMing me.
Yeah. It does happen with guys who cosplay. I know it happened to a mutual friend of ours recently, who posted on Facebook about it, and there was a huge call out. And I'm not going to name names because it's not my story to tell, but it was a whole big thing, and it does happen to
shocking.
guys. It was.
You'll have to tell me afterwards.
So
I'd like the tea.
I will tell you. I will let you know what happened afterwards. But yeah, so it does happen to guys, but it happens to women on a nigh daily basis. So we're going to share some stories of how to not be that guy or examples of what not to do. Would you like to start us off?
Okay, so I don't have screenshots of this one anymore because I deleted them and because I never thought I would mention this again. But I had a guy say, "What's your number?" to me. Like, he asked me, "What's my WhatsApp number?" And I'm like, "I don't have that." "Well, what's your phone number then?" I don't give that over social media. "Well, here's my number." He's like, here's my number, text me. I'm like, you can send your number. I'm not going to text you. And he's like, well, you will because I love you.
Oh, my
Bold move, Cotton.
Dropping the L word there in the first 10 seconds.
And then it went on for like a couple more minutes. And then he's like, oh, I know why you won't text me. It's because you're a boy.
Cool.
I'm like,
wow.
Pretty sure I'm not a boy, but okay.
Why is that like one of the go-to insults? I have been I've turned down men online, and they're like, "Well, you look like a man anyway," and it's like,
then why were you in my DMs?
yeah, it's like, number one, that's hardly an insult. Number two, what is your problem? Like, just accept that it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, that's why whenever I get a DM that just says "Hey," or any variation thereof, "Hey,"
Or just emojis.
"Hey, beautiful," "Hey, gordita,"
What? What? Oh my god!
I automatically block and do not engage because you don't deserve it.
Honestly.
That's valid. That's the way to do it.
So one of my thing is, if you message me, you have to follow me. Because most of these messages that I'm going to read off are people who didn't follow me, and this was before I made the rule. Because I've noticed if you don't follow them, you're more than likely going to say something mean, or you're going to want nudes or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh, does that remind you?
At OhioCon a few weeks ago, on Saturday night, because I posted about, I was in KDA, Ari. I want to call her Ahari. But my friend was like, no, it's Ari. I'm like, anyway. Someone messaged me, 15 USD riot points for nudes.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm confused by the first half of that sentence.
So, you want me to go? All right. So Ari is from a game called League of Legends.
Yes. Okay.
Which is the riot points are the in-game currency.
Oh.
They're called riot points?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
And he wanted those. He wanted to trade me for nudes, and I'm like,
What's the currency value on there?
Not nudes, that's for sure.
Where's the bell? We're missing the bell.
So you know how you feel when you put money into a gacha game and you just get like pretty PNGs out of it? That's about that.
pretty skins.
Yep.
Good lord.
You have pretty skins. Did you like that? Deposited directly into your ear.
Ah, there it is. There's the bell.
There's one bell. I feel like I'm in that one Monty Python sketch where John Cleese is like, "Good night, dingy, 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 dingy."
Well, I just, whenever I see a bell, I think of maids and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, we ring the bell when there's something, you know, like a good joke or something.
Here.
Some like a "that's what she said" moment, or as I prefer to think of them, a phrasing moment. So
Why is this here? Am I in charge of the bell?
I don't want to hoard it to hog it all to myself. Y'all
You
can...
are the holder of all good taste.
Okay.
Oh Christ. Okay. All right. One a choice one that this was not a DM, but I do get a lot of comments when I'm Pam. I get a lot of comments when people post pictures of me. I only post to Instagram and Facebook. I don't post anywhere else because I don't really care what haters have to say. I don't need to hear it. And I know that's like underneath all of like the supportive, positive comments, I will not be able to stop myself, and I will look at all of the shitty, abusive comments. And that happens when people post pictures of me, which, you know, is fine. I appreciate them. Excuse me, because the people that there's like a photographer that I've worked with who posted a picture of me at Youmacon last year on Imgur, and it went crazy. And I got a lot of followers from that, which was cool. And I got a lot of supportive comments. But of course, there were like the shit stains who posted like awful comments about how like, and some of them like sent me DMs about how like, you know, I was garbage because I wasn't like hot Pam, or like how coked out Pam was hot and so I should do that, or like how my cosplay, like I was worthless because I was fat, or like the one that I shared with you in that regard was someone said, I don't know why anyone would take a picture of this pasty slab of literary back fat.
That is just...
I was impressed
God.
by their structure of that sentence, but also, fuck you.
Yeah.
How dare you not do literal cocaine for your cosplay?
Right.
How dare you?
How dare you not be the, quote, hot cartoon version of a character who's got issues and is hooked on cocaine.
Honestly.
Yeah. So.
And then when I was at Anime Midwest, which was a great time, I took some pictures with B-Bench, who she mostly does a lot of like shit posting and like crazy, like ridiculous cosplays. You've probably seen her. We interviewed her on the show before a couple months ago now. She's awesome. She's super cool. She does like this Lara Croft with the pointy boobs and everything. Well, she and I found each other in her early days on Instagram because she did a Lana Kane cosplay, and she found me as Pam, and we like connected, and we love each other and everything. So we got together at Anime Midwest because she's from Chicago, and we took a few pictures with her as Lana and me as Pit Fighter Pam, and it was cool. And she posted them to Reddit. She posted at least one of them to Reddit. And most of the comments were super cool. In fact, a lot of the comments were just like kind of giving her shit for not having like Lana's giant Truckosaurus hands that they refer to in the show, which it was kind of funny. But there were a few that were aimed at me, and like a few that were just there was one that was like, man, I feel bad for that Pam because she doesn't have like her boobs are not like accurate.
What?
Like she doesn't have big enough boobs. And I was like, I mean, I know you're not trying to be mean, but like you don't have to say that. And also, again,
honestly, like someone took the time to type that out.
a handful.
And post it.
There have been people that I have gotten shit because my boobs are not canonically Pam size boobs. But the biggest thing was like there were people who referred to me as an absolute unit, which is why I hate that term, and I really kind of indiscriminately look down upon people who use the term absolute unit in regards to literally anything. You can be a friend of mine, and if you refer to a big chunky Godzilla as an absolute unit, I'm like, okay, just it's not funny. It's not funny to me. It's not that I'm offended. It's not that I think it's an offensive term. It's just that it's not funny.
It's not funny, and that's an actual person, not units.
No.
They're flesh, blood. They have a soul. They have feelings.
Yeah.
An actual person and not a cartoon character.
I'm not just a JPEG.
Yes, seriously.
I'm not just pixels on a screen. So
I'm a 3D person.
I went on a brief /lengthy rant about the term absolute unit on my Instagram story, and there were several people who were confused because they didn't actually know what it meant.
I was one of them.
Yes.
I am one of them right now, but
Yes.
I honestly don't need to know.
We're learning today.
But-
Yeah, I got the context now, but
I got the context, but
Yeah, I mean, absolute unit is like the general accepted definition is like that you're in awe of how big something is.
okay.
And like, okay, great, that's great. I've never heard anyone refer to the Grand Canyon as an absolute unit, so I don't think of it as a good thing. So great, cool.
I mean, if they were to refer to it as the Grand Canyon, like that way, would you be still offended with that, or
I would still be I would be annoyed.
Or not offended?
No, I mean, like, it's okay. I was confused when I first heard it. If someone refers to me as an absolute unit, I will get offended. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
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 What's wrong with being offended? You know?
Nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being offended.
Yeah.
Spoiler. But if you're like posting a meme about how, oh, look at this big fat chunker cat. He's an absolute unit. I've been referred to as a chunker and an absolute unit. So I'm like, no, I just don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
And I think it just needs to kind of go away, and size-based humor needs to go die in fire. So, sorry. That was another big rant. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
So, real quick, episode 24 is the episode that B. Rich was on.
B-Bench.
Yes. And then we have a couple Facebook comments.
Oh, my God.
oh, did we?
Nicole said, when dressed as the Silent Hill nurse, she's had some crazy requests for horror porn. So it's a thing. So, yes, do not go up to people at cons and say, hey, let's be on a porn together. That's a no.
Oh.
So I'm also on it, and I just see Tricos. I don't get
Trico,
many.
yeah.
Trico.
I don't get many cosplay requests, but I do get requests to put on pants, mostly from my neighbors.
Yeah,
Thanks,
friend
Trico.
of the show, he always has
I mean-
something witty to say when we do this stuff.
I mean, honestly, I feel like my neighbors would say the same thing if they could see him side by side. Usually.
Bless you, Trico, for you have sinned.
God, these
So-
are stupidly full Oreos.
I mean, this is like something a little slightly off cosplay topic, but still on the topic of guys saying dumb shit to women.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people know, I drive Uber a lot, and so I picked up a girl from her place where she lived. I was driving her to her work, which happened to be a strip club, and she told me that the last Uber driver she had spent the whole time telling her that God hates her, and that if she was his daughter, he would not let her do this. And she was just like, "Yeah, can you just stop?" And it's like, "Can you just stop, please?" And then she also said that like the Uber driver before that slid her a card to do porn when she got in the car.
What?
Why
like-
do people think that's okay?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like-
that.
I don't know. I told her, I was like, you rate those people low. Like, so if you guys ever have any creepy Uber drivers, rate them low, because that's what the rating system's for.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't deserve work, and
No, they don't.
Not if you're going to be a
Yeah.
predator.
yeah.
Ugh.
I had one guy say that okay. Oh,
Go ahead.
that your body is a gift from Allah. Like 3 different accounts said this to me in 3 different messages. I'm like, are you guys the same person?
Oh my
my God.
God.
That's
I feel
horrifyingly
like that's
creepy.
sacrilegious, you know?
Yeah.
I reached into this bag hoping these would be nice, squishy Sour Patch Kids, but they are in fact conversation hearts.
Can we open the gummies
yeah.
then?
please
Yes,
open the gummies?
The regular or the very berry?
All of I don't
Okay,
know.
regular.
Whatever. Will was very sweet and brought in snacks, which means
Oh,
that
thank you, Will.
he brought in these conversation hearts.
I went to the store hungry, so I bought like way too many snacks. So eat up.
Perfect
These are my
and
two
beautiful,
favorites,
just like you, Will.
Aw,
Perfect
thanks.
and beautiful.
Okay, here I have
Yeah.
I have my
Yes,
contribution
do
to
it.
the DM,
Let's do it.
and this guy hasn't come in contact with me in a little while. It's obviously a fake name since there was no profile attached because I looked into it. His name was Joe Smith. Starting on November 7th at 5:16 p.m. he said, "Hey there." November 8th at 7:30 a.m. he said, "How are you?" November 9th at 9:44 a.m. "Hi." November 10th at 2:42 p.m. Hi.
So is this on Facebook or Instagram?
This is Facebook.
Okay.
November 11th at 9:33 a.m. Hi. November 12th at 7:12 a.m. Good morning. November 12th at 7:47 p.m. Hey. November 12th, about an hour later, he said, "You're hot. Always wanted to tell you that." November 15th, 9:32 p.m. Damn. November 16th, 10:07 p.m. Hey. And then November 18th through November 6th, just about every day. Hi. Just look at that. And then nothing after December 6th. I don't know if he gave up, but yeah, just all right.
What was the first message again?
I think it just said hey.
Yeah.
It said hey there.
Immediately block.
Yep. I didn't even realize.
Politeness. You owe them nothing.
Honestly, I didn't even realize, because this isn't even in like my requests. This is in my filtered messages, which I only check for like shits and giggles sometimes.
Yeah.
So I looked and I was like, oh, all right, this guy.
Well, do like this Candy Heart says and just stop.
Right? That is
says
perfect.
Yep.
Stop.
So I have another one.
Yes. Do it.
Because on Instagram, I like to see where they go. I like to bait them. Like I have
See the hole they dig themselves in.
That's valid. I have a roommate who likes to do that too.
So I actually had someone be like, "Hey, can you take a picture?" And I'm like, "It's dark though." He's like, "All right, then use flash." So I take a picture of my ceiling with the flash. He's like, "No, of yourself with the front-facing camera." I'm like, so I take a picture and it's dark. And he's like, "You don't have to be a smart one." And I'm like, "But I don't have front-facing flash." And I'm not about to turn my phone around and do this.
Take a
And he
picture.
said front camera.
Take a
so-
screenshot of Adobe Flash.
So this one was, he sends me a heart. So I said, "Hi." He's like, "Are you a boy?" I'm like, "No, but if you think so, you can go ahead and unfollow me." Because I'm just like, at this point, after that whole guy, "I love you," "Oh, you're a boy then."
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Cool.
if they think I'm a boy, then they can go ahead and think I'm a boy, whatever.
There are two insults that all of these. How much can I swear? Can I say the F word?
I've already said it.
Okay,
We're gonna
all right.
Keep it limited, but go ahead and say it.
There are two things that fuckboys always devolve to when you turn them down. You're fat and you look like a man. And it always comes down to that.
Or that you're a slut.
That too. Okay, so 3.
I've never had any complaints on any of those counts with people that I've actually been with, so they can, I guess, suck it,
Yes,
as it were.
as it were.
So
Here,
then-
here.
So then he says, "So are you a real girl? Your cosplay is very sexy." And I'm like, "I mean, I was born as 2 X chromosomes and not XY, so I am a girl."
Are you a real girl? Your
Yeah.
cosplay is very sexy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, are you Pinocchio? Happen to be Pinocchio? Okay.
Just checking.
Are you a real girl? Oh my
You know it's
god.
them
What
girls,
is
so we
that?
have to believe you.
What is
Might not-
that
might not- yeah.
question supposed to?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that there are some accounts of guys who wear cosplay women all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, that's just a weird way to say it.
That is hardly an appropriate question to ask. Like,
Yes.
where did these people learn their manners?
They didn't because they can't spell appropriate.
Seriously?
Also, it's a very dangerous question for people to answer.
Yes.
People can get killed for that.
Yes.
Yes, outing people isn't cool.
No.
Because also with my cosplays, I have silicone boobs that I put underneath my boobs to
Yeah.
push them up.
Like you do.
Yeah.
I do
Because
that.
I've had complaints before from my friends saying that my boobs are too small to cosplay a certain character.
Yeah, same.
What?
Oh my god. What? Yeah, no, it's all bullshit.
I also bought a pair of fake boobs off of Wish and covered
how
them in
did that
fabric.
turn out?
I will show you a picture if I can.
Please do.
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
see the fake boobs.
I'm going to say, if your friends are commenting that your boobs aren't right, they're probably not friends you want.
Well, she was very sweet about it. She wasn't very blunt like that, I guess.
but still, like as long as you're I'm of the
Yeah.
feeling that as long as you're comfortable cosplaying the character, then do it. It doesn't matter. Like, and we're not built like cartoon characters.
Exactly. We are real flesh and blood people. We weren't, drawn.
We have spines.
Yeah, exactly.
I have metal on either side of my spine.
Well, especially anime characters.
That's a good point.
I mean,
I mean, my Snapchat is like, it looks like this right now. For some reason.
Oh, froze.
It's Forzen.
Forzen.
It pours.
Oh, these are really good.
Yeah, I remember when I was cosplaying 21 from Venture Brothers, who's on Will's shirt right now, and I love it so much. I'm like dying.
That's awesome.
That's what the boobs look like.
Oh,
Aw.
Those actually look like a decent pair.
yeah.
here, hold
Fake
up the
boobs.
camera right here.
Decent
much
pair
were they?
of knockers.
Yeah.
I think they were like 30 or
That-
like 40.
That's not bad.
That's not bad for $30. Like,
Yeah.
I also put like a little emojis on them because they have actual nipples.
yeah.
Hey.
My roommate has a really nice pair of fake boobs. They spent like $180 on their
Oh,
boobs.
yes, I saw them.
Yeah.
What?
And then I put fabric over top of them, and I made like a collar thing so that I could attach it that way.
I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like a butt.
It kind
I
of
mean, it could be
Looks
used
like
as butt.
a little
Yeah.
wrinkly butt.
does. Your
that-
roommate's boobs are very nice.
They are.
I assume they're also an attachable. So
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
great.
This reminds me of that video that was going around Facebook like 2 months ago, where it's like that guy's in the hotel room.
Oh yeah.
And it's like he's just ripping off clothes and
Yeah.
he's on top of his big boobs. 'Cause at first you think it's a woman, but then you realize no, it's just a guy cosplaying a really good cosplay.
Yeah. When I cosplayed as 21, both years that I did it, I was wearing so much bulky, sort of boxy armor. I was wearing a corset to keep everything tucked in nicely, but I also had like a lot of stuff on, and I wanted my boobs to look proportionate because I'm fully aware that they are like relatively small for the size of my body. So I wore 3 bras, 2 of them padded, 1 of them super padded, and put in like little cutlet inserts, and stuffed a pair of socks, like 1 sock in each bra, and basically like you could knock on those things and there was no jiggle. It was all just like they were proportionate to the rest of my body and the rest of my whole cosplay. They were just proportionate, not huge, not overwhelming, just proportionate, but like it was all padding.
So the reason why I
Yeah.
got the fake boobs was for this cosplay.
Okay. And what is that for our listeners?
My eyes aren't good.
Yeah.
Sagittarius star dress from Fairy Tale.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. I love
okay.
that show.
Very nice.
It's
that's really cool.
Lucy's like she takes her keys, and during the new season she can actually transform her outfit so she gets a little bit of powers from each zodiac.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this was Sagittarius's version.
That's very cool.
Hold up the camera right here.
I was about to say.
Well, we need to start wrapping up.
Oh boy.
We didn't really talk about a whole lot, but that's fine. We got some good, important things
Yeah.
said.
We've been recording for 30 minutes, so.
Awesome.
Time
Sick.
flies.
Oh my gosh. Well, what one final thought, either advice that you would like to give or something. So we can just go like right down the line. Final thought that you would like to share before we sign off.
Starting with me?
Yeah.
Oh boy. If you wouldn't say it to your sister or your mom, don't say it to someone else.
That's
That's-
solid
It
advice.
really is. Yep.
Or your
That's what I was
grandma.
going to say.
Yep.
Or your grandma.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Tyler?
You know, consent. Everything is about consent first.
Oh, for
Get
sure.
consent. Please.
How about you, Tris?
Know how to act. Like, come on. It's really not that hard.
I would add to all of this. Oh my god, I just went blank. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding?
I'm so glad
She's
this is
so
on camera.
disappointed in you right now.
I was going to say, It's all about It's all about perception, not your intent.
For
I don't
sure.
really care if you're trying to compliment me. If it's perceived as you being creepy, then I'm not going to have it. I also wanted to just share an example of how to appropriately, of course it's not loading, but I wanted to share an example of how to appropriately send a message to a cosplayer that you admire, because some guy who follows me sent me a message a few days ago, and I was waiting for it to get creepy, and it didn't, and it was so delightful.
That's always so nice.
And he was very sweet and complimentary, and we quoted Archer back and forth, and that was it. And he was like, great, I've been following you for a while. I just wanted to drop a line and say that you're awesome. Keep up the good work. But lay off the cocaine, Pam. And then we talked Archer for a little bit, and then he was just like, great, hope you have a good day. And I was like, great, thanks, you too. And so
That's awesome.
Thank you for being a shining light in a world of grim skankiness.
That wasn't me though. That wasn't sent to me. That was on Twitter.
Oh, are you reading another crap example?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of why you don't respond to fuckboy DMs.
Yup.
Say.
So if you ever have the urge to be a fuckboy,
Just don't.
Please.
If you ever think about doing that, just don't.
Yeah.
Just 180 and walk the other way.
Would you like me to read this?
Yes.
Okay. So this was posted by Rei Yoshida on Twitter. And she says, I've been making a conscious effort to reply to DMs this past month, but I just remembered why I've been avoiding them for years. Upside down smiley. The message says, I love you, Rei. You're the... Oh, what is
You
it?
can zoom in.
Oh, I can zoom in. Well, it cuts off. You're the most wonderful person. Please keep going. And she responds with, that's so wholesome. Thank you. Have a great day. Their response, I love your perfectness, your perfect lips, your wonderful smile and eyes, as well as your perfect belly and small tits. You're the most perfect whore on this planet! Exclamation point. It forces me to jerk off to you pretty often.
Forces.
Pretty often a day, like I do right now, and I always wondered how far you can get hit up a cock your belly, ? Could you take my 11-inch, and how far would it go up your stomach? Is this how far it would go? I've marked it here. Don't do that.
No, that is 100%
God.
the wrong way to talk.
That's what I was-
It sounds like that guy wants to kill her and stuff her.
Honestly.
Fuck her. It's disgusting.
That's what I was waiting for to happen in the message, and it didn't.
That's so nice.
If you ever have the urge to tell someone what a perfect whore they are,
Don't.
Unless they're into that and they've expressed that they're into that.
Consent.
Consent.
Yes.
And
Tyler's
communication.
point. And communication.
Unless you know them like in person and you know their sense of humor and you know they'll think that's funny.
That's still along the lines of consent.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if they're cool with it, then they're cool with it. But don't just assume someone is cool with it.
Yeah.
Consent and also perception, what they said.
Yes. Consent, perception, conception.
Oh.
Oh dear.
No, scratch that. my bad.
Abort, please.
Perfect.
On that note.
All right, I just want to take a moment to thank everyone who's been commenting on Facebook. Nicole says manners and common sense. So that's awesome. A lot of people were saying hi to us. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
I love you.
Thank you, everyone who joined us Facebook Live. We're hoping to do this at least once every recording blocks, about once a month.
Maybe I'll put on a face or a wig or something next time.
Or a mask.
Or a mask to hide my face.
Ah, the Phantom of the
No.
recording studio.
You mean the Olive Garden of musical theater? Magnitude will enjoy that. He told me that one. I enjoyed it. Well, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for joining us in studio, everybody. Let's go down the line and tell us where we can find you on the internets and etc.
Okay, so on Instagram, you can find me at Pearlescence Cosplays or Cosplay. I don't honestly remember.
Look up Pearlescence Cosplay, and if there's an S, then that's what it is.
Okay, yes.
Cool.
And then on Twitter, I actually found this out. Pearlescence Cos, C-O-S, instead of Cosplay.
Very cool. Thank you. And how about you, Mr. Tyler?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Imperia Cosplay.
Excellent. And how about you, Tris?
I am lightly... words are hard. I am lightly salted Tris across the board. Facebook and Instagram.
Beautiful. How about you, Will?
You can find me at Will Loves Pizza on Instagram. We're recording live from the Royal Oak studio of Podcast Detroit. And then you can check out ripapparel.com. Awesome t-shirts like this. Use code Wookie10 for 10% off.
Very good. And you can find me on Instagram at Real Kiki Elise, Facebook at Kiki Elise Cosplay. You can listen to Podcast Detroit on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, anywhere fine podcasts are heard. You can find us on, did I already say it already? You can find us on Facebook, which you, if you're watching this, you've already found it. Congratulations.
But if they're
found us.
listening.
But if you're listening, you can find us at Cosplay Confidential Podcast on Facebook or on Instagram at Cosplay Confidential. I think that wraps it up for us. So from Cosplay Confidential, I'm Kiki.
Tris.
Tyler.
Ruby.
Well,
Keep creating, inspiring, and sharing the love.